In this tutorial, we're going to go over the motion and mask screen. It's right here at the bottom. You just go ahead and click on that. It'll bring up the screen. You can choose the sensitivity level of the motion detection for the selected camera. This is where you select the camera. Here in this drop down box, we'll choose camera 5, and the higher this number, the more sensitive the camera is to motion detection. So if you drag it up towards the top, it's going to be a low amount of sensitivity. You drag it to the bottom for a maximum number of 6, it's going to be at its most sensitive to motion. And you can click this test button to see how sensitive it is, and I just waved my hand over the front and it detected motion. So, and you'll see these little green indicators pop up showing where it detected motion. So I'm going to go ahead and unclick test. And you can also select what area of the screen you want motion detection to be applied to. Usually, the full screen is sufficient for most users, but you may have some things going on. You may have a light that's flickering, or if the camera's pointed outside, you may have it pointed towards a tree where maybe the blades of grass, maybe the leaves on the branches in the tree, or maybe even on the ground, some blades of grass are blowing and they're setting off the motion detection. You can actually choose which specific areas you want motion detection to be applied to, so that the other areas don't trip the motion detector. So by default, the entire screen is selected. You can click delete and it'll remove that green border for the entire screen. And now you can just click and drag anywhere on the screen to create a square, and motion detection will only be applied to that particular square. And you can click and drag and create more than one square. So you can click in different areas, and any motion that occurs in any of these squares will activate recording for the selected camera. And we can go ahead and we're going to go ahead and click delete for each one of those and go back to full. If you click full, it brings the square back up to that encompasses the entire screen. So now motion will be detected anywhere that it occurs in this particular screen. Down here at the bottom, you'll see the mask area. You can add or delete a mask. All masking does, it allows you to cover up a particular area of the screen so that it can't be viewed. You may have a computer monitor on the screen with some sensitive information on it, or you may have some materials on the desk that you don't want to be viewable. So to add a mask, it's very similar to adding a motion detection square. You just click and drag, and you can cover up different portions of the screen. And you can remove masks by clicking the delete mask button. It's an all or nothing procedure when you click delete mask, so you can't delete them individually. You have to, if you click delete mask, it removes any mask you created and you have to start from scratch again. And that's it for this particular screen for creating masks and setting up motion detection, sensitivity, and areas for motion detection for each one of the cameras.